I'm starting to fear that every job is about kissing ass, and that's really just hurting my little heart. Because if I'm being honest with you, I went the artistic route because I felt like it was the path of least resistance for me. It was the easiest thing for me. It was the most fun thing. It was the most familiar thing, and I'm good at it. But I also had this idea that, like, because I'm walking down this path, I won't have to kiss ass, or at least kiss ass in a traditional sense, or deal with assholery in the traditional sense. Excuse me. But as I get older and I'm starting to like look at the industries, all the industries, child, not just one, not just music, not just fashion, not just media, the in all the industries, I actually think it's the highest level of kissing ass. I How silly of me to think that I would have to kiss more ass being a teacher than being an artist. Oh my god. Oh my god. And I'm watching this interview with this artist, and I'm noticing this passive aggressive behavior between the artist and the interviewer. And it's something I've noticed, in other interviews, but this is a recent interview. This interview just it got posted like 2 days ago. So this is recent. This is very raw, up to date. And a lot of the interviews where I see this passive aggressive behavior in, it's older interviews. So it was interesting. Excuse me. It was interesting to see it in today's time. And it really broke my heart because the same stupid ass passive aggressive, just petty, dumb, just trivial behavior that I deal with right now today in my life. Wow, nobody knows who I am and nobody cares about if I live or die. I'm going through these situations and these experiences now with the assumption that with the attainment of money and status that it will somehow go away. And now I'm getting to an age where I can understand that that is not how that works. And people who are assholes and passive aggressive, that's just who they are. And you're going to have to deal with that at every stage of your life. Excuse me. Not only are you going to have to deal with that at every stage of your life, but that's just how it goes. But also, what I'm realizing is like people are only going to. There's this amazing fucking quote in this Fuji song. I can't remember what song, but it's Fuji's The Score album, and I think it's Wyclef Jean, and he's talking at the end of a song. This is monologue. And he was like, if you let a nigga kick you 5 times, he gonna kick you 5 times. You let a nigga kick you 4 times, he gonna kick you 4 times. You let a nigga kick you 3 times, he gonna kick you 3 times. But if you cut the nigga legs off, ain't gonna be no more kicking. You feel me, kid? Da da da. And I think about that phrase a lot, especially when I feel like I'm being cornered. Cause I've been in a lot of, like, this past year, I've been in a lot of situations where I've been cornered. And it's crazy because my life has been setting me up for this shit, if I'm being transparent with you. But this past year, I've been put in situations where I felt cornered, and it's felt like people have just been kicking me while I'm down. And I realized the only way to stop a motherfucker from kicking you is to break their fucking legs off. And you can't break a nigga legs off gently. You can't break a nigga legs off humbly. You can't break a nigga legs off peacefully. So what I'm saying is, there's a time to be humble and there's a time to demand respect, or at least fight for yourself, nigga. Like, literally, like, no, you don't get any. I mean, there's lessons in everything, but I feel like sometimes, especially as women, especially in male-dominated fields, sometimes we take that shit too far because niggas is disrespectful. And the shit I witnessed in that interview, the slick ass comment that was said to me was mad disrespectful. And and I had to put myself in that situation, I was like, I would walk out. But then I had to ask myself, and this is the kicker, I had to ask myself, well, this is I would consider this woman to be respectable. It's a woman artist. I wonder why she didn't walk out when they said that slick ass shit. And I thought to myself, this is the game. This is, you can't just get mad every time and walk out, because these are your peers and these are your colleagues. Just like how you had to deal with assholes in school and you couldn't really just click out every day during first period at algebra. Like, what, you gonna argue with this nigga every day? It's gonna be on site every day? No, it's not how it's gonna be. So it's like, I'm understanding that aspect of it, but also too, I feel like it's another part where it's like, a nigga only gonna kick you as many times as you let him kick you. And I feel like I have a big mouth on me. I know I do. I'm not, look, I see it. I wake up to it every day. I know my mouth is big, but I also know who I am. And I refuse to be disrespected in my face. Now listen, you could say whatever you want about me when I'm not around. You could post whatever you want. You could tell whatever story. You could spin whatever web. I cannot control you, nor do I care to. But in my presence, are you going to disrespect me? Absolutely. Why would I allow that? And it's crazy because even again in my real life, there'll be people who I do not know, who will come into my atmosphere asking for something of me. There'll be people who come into my life, strangers, don't know them from a can of paint, strangers, come into my life and ask something of me. They want me to do something for them, or give them something, or share something with them. And then they will try to disrespect me, demean me, or act as if I need them. And watching this interview is crazy to me, because it's like, if I'm gonna just be honest with you, the people who's interviewing her, I don't watch their shit. And I know nobody my age watches their shit. And I'm 25. I'm on the mid to later half of the young generation. And I know nobody my age watches this shit. The only reason I'm here is for this artist. So the fact that you on here trying to be passive aggressive and shady to this artist as if your platform, I don't know. It just irritates me, because I feel like as artists, a lot of people try to diminish, because I feel like artists are powerful. It's just like with the black race. It's just like with black people and niggas all over the world. Because we so powerful, they got to put us in ghettos. They got to put us in projects. They got to fill us up with terrible saturated fats and medicine that kill us. They got to do all these things. Because genetically, low-key, off-rip, we kind of are superior. Genetically. Now, you can argue that with, Nazi scientists if you want to, but I'm just saying the truth. But in the same way that because we have a superiority in certain ways, they have to even the playing field. I've talked about this before. And I feel like because artists are such powerful individuals in what they're able to do and how they're able to connect with people and how they're able to see. I feel like real true artists have the gift of knowing. And that's why they can even make the music they make or make the art they make, because they see the truth in the world full of lies. I have that. Oh my God, that's a lyric in one of my songs. Oh my God, one of my songs is a lyric. In a world full of lies, I take off my disguise. But like, I feel like the best artists could really see past the bullshit. And I feel like that's a part of what makes them so powerful. And I feel like because that type of presence is felt, it reverberates. That type of energy, because that's old, ancient energy. So that type of shit, it really shakes the table. It really shakes things up. And it makes a lot of people uncomfortable. Especially a lot of people who know they're not walking in what they should be walking in. So that makes a lot of people want to attack the artist or attack the black man and black woman because of how special and strong they are. But what irritates me is that, like I said, these people who this interview, ain't nobody checking. Like, and it's gonna sound crazy because there's a whole adult, like I'm not ignorant. I understand demographics, okay? So I understand that just because I'm not checking for something and I'm not a fan of something or I'm out of a certain demographic does not mean that there is not an audience. I completely understand that. What I'm trying to tell you is the audience ain't that grand or sophisticated. So, like, relax. And it's always those ignorant people who don't necessarily have the same gift that the artist has, who has to, they have to use low hanging fruit. They have to say, like, you know, like Wendy Williams. I hate to throw names out because I don't like to throw names out. But Wendy Williams, come on. We all know. Nothing about what Wendy Williams was doing was fruitful. It was entertainment at best. And it was, what do they call it? It was, entertainment at best, and it was, defamation at worst. But my point is, nobody knows Wendy Williams because of her amazing voice. Nobody knows Wendy Williams because she has an amazing soul. Nobody knows Wendy Williams because of her charitable acts or because she gave back to the world in a way in which it really changed and fulfilled lives for the better. Everything Wendy Williams said and did was low-hanging fruit. And listen, I like Wendy Williams. I am not here. That is not what I'm saying. I'm just making an observation. I notice a lot of people who are passive-aggressive, childish, petty, and like to pick low-hanging fruit typically also don't have the same level of talent and or skill as the person that they're being passive-aggressive and funny with. And that irritates me, and I do have a mouth on me. And what originally made me start this video is that what I'm realizing is you just got to keep kissing ass. You don't get to a certain point on this planet where the ass kissing stop, and I don't want to kiss ass. I chose to be an artist, so I did not have to kiss ass. So to watch artists that I admire and respect have to kiss ass in ways that I thought I could evade if I got this level of, I don't know, entitlement, I guess. Oh my God, you telling me don't stop? I don't want to kiss ass. Why can't we just all have mutual respect for each other? Why do you have to be passive aggressive? Why do you have to be derogatory? Why do you have to, why does that sell? And I think, I know why it sells, but bitch, leave me out of it. I don't want that to be my life. And I really respect artists like Prince and just artists who, Beyonce, just artists who keep their personal life out of. That's why I don't talk about my business. I talk about topics and emotions and experiences, but I don't want you to talk. I don't want you to know. I don't want you to know, because stop playing with me. This is about this and this. So you don't even need to worry about being passive aggressive and funny with me, because if it ain't about then don't ask me nothing. If it ain't about the art, then don't talk to me about it. Like, that's how I really feel. And yes, I want to connect with people and all that. But the truth is, the majority of the audience is ignorant. And they don't want to connect over genuine, real feelings. They want to watch bullshit. And the majority of people in the industry are happy to present you with more bullshit. That don't mean that it's not some real shit. It is some real shit. And I would just like to be one of the few people on the real team. I just don't. I can't. Y'all gonna piss me off. Y'all gonna piss me off sitting in my face playing with me. Y'all gonna piss me off. Y'all gonna piss me off. And y'all gonna piss me off, and I'm just not gonna work with y'all. Which means I'm probably... But the truth is, I'm gonna go overseas. Like, as soon as I get mad, I swear to God, like, as soon as I get to that point where I feel like, oh, I'm just gonna go overseas. I don't care. Because when you have a gift from God, like, can't nobody take it from you. They really can't. I just watched the Judy Garland movie from, I don't know when it came out, but I watched it last night. Yeah, I watched it last night. It's confusing me because I stayed up all night. But the other night I watched the Judy Garland movie, And something that I immediately recognized in Judy Garland is she just is a beast. And when you're a beast, you can play by a different set of rules. That's the truth. Judy Garland, nobody wanted to work with her in America because she was a crazy drunk and, you know, other things. And that's, I'm just being rash because I don't have time to explain this. But she couldn't really get booked in America, so she went overseas and she was performing, da da da. The first day she get there, she has rehearsal. She decides that she don't want to rehearse. She's tired. She wants to go to her hotel and she wants to lay down. Everyone's like, girl, the show is tomorrow. This is the only rehearsal. You sure you don't want to rehearse? She's like, no, I don't want to rehearse. And the first thing I said was, she's a beast. That's the first thing I said. The first thing I said is, do you know how much of a beast you gotta be to say, I'm gonna do this no rehearsal? Everybody can't do that. And granted, Judy was an addict and Judy had problems and Judy would not show up, and sometimes she would get on stage drunk and she would do all this, but even in all that chaos, she was still a beast. It was only ever a manner of her accessing her beast. She always had that dog in her, whether she was a drunk fucking mess or she was standing upright singing as beautiful as she ever could. She just had that beast in her. It don't matter when you got that dog in you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I know that. It take a long time for people with that beast in them to recognize that beast. And people try to stop you from recognizing that beast, because when you recognize that beast, they can't fuck with you. And I don't mean like they can't still make their little comments and da-da-da-da. It's just, they know it's almost foolish. It's almost like they know you, like, y'all both kind of just like, that shit lame. You know what I'm saying? When they know you got that dog in you, and they know that they can't fuck with you like that. Like, that's just the energy. But when you don't know, you still allow certain shit that you don't got to. And that's my thing. It's like, I'm listening to all these stories and shit. All this shit sound like some stupid shit to me. It sound like some stupid shit. I wish I could put it a better fucking way, but I can't. It sound like mind games and manipulation. And I said this on another video that I was really thinking about deleting, because I was like, I don't want nobody to take this the wrong way, but it's the truth. Everybody try to make you think you have to work hard for money, and then the same people who tell you have to work hard for money sit on their ass and collect money from other people. The same people who tell you have to work hard for your money will sit on their ass and collect money from you. No, give me my money. Like, I'm not finna. And I don't just want money. I don't just want money. I have something worth offering. I got a real thing going on. I got a real thing going on. But if you think I'm finna just kiss ass for, no, listen, I couldn't do it if I wanted to. I really couldn't. I tried, girl. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna last. I'm a break character.